Right, welcome back to another video on this channel. Brexit ball 4-4 fucking 2 banks of 4 fucking whip it up to the strikers is officially back in the Premier League at its elite level. Sean Dyche is appointed as the new Everton manager a week after Frank Lampard was dismissed from the job, and yeah, I've even whipped out the Burnley jersey for this one. Why, you might ask? I have a Burnley jersey in my wardrobe. I actually don't fucking know, to be honest, but that's besides the point. We're going to be talking about Sean Dyche being appointed as the new Everton manager in this video. Going to be giving you my opinions on this appointment. Is it a good one? Is it a bad one? And I'm going to be, showing you as well how Sean Dyche, I reckon, will set up during his tenure at Everton, and how they will set up going into this weekend's game, which will be his first game at Goodison Park against the leaders Arsenal. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So first of all, I think that my, ultimate first thought around this appointment was the fact that I think that the Everton board have obviously just admitted, basically, that they are threatened by the prospect of relegation towards the Championship this season. I think that's probably the main reason why Sean Dyche was appointed in the first place, and, rightly so, to be fair, because there's no two ways about it. Everton are in a relegation scrap this season, Sean Dyche or no Sean Dyche, and I think that they have really smelt the coffee with this one, and yeah, really, admitted that they are under threat for relegation, and that's why Sean Dyche is here. And for me, I think this appointment is one that really, is kind of a glass half full / glass half empty argument in terms of the debate over whether this is a good appointment for Everton or not. And I'm going to look at it first of all from the glass half full perspective, which first of all is the fact that he essentially does categorically, guarantee survival, really. I mean, I just cannot see a world in which Sean Dyche relegates this Everton team. The only way I think that Everton might get sucked into a proper relegation threat with a few games to go is if the situation with the board escalates massively and filters down onto the players and the manager, etc., and that could, really get out of hand really quickly, because obviously Everton is a toxic club in terms of the, relationship between the board and the fans at this moment in time. But yeah, I just cannot see a world in which Sean Dyche gets relegated with this Everton team, especially given the wonders that Sean Dyche worked while he was at Burnley with a squad that was 10 times weaker, to be fair. If you compare the Burnley squad that Sean Dyche had over the years and the, funding he was given to improve that Burnley squad over the years, this Everton team, first of all, with money to spend as well to strengthen in areas that Sean Dyche might feel are, weak in this Everton team. But second of all, I think this squad, in terms of the quality of personnel, is tenfold better than that Burnley team that Sean Dyche kept up year after year after year. And yep, Sean Dyche is one of the top class managers in football, to be fair, and definitely does not get the respect he deserves simply because of the brand of football that he plays. And then you look at it from the other perspective, which I'm sure a lot of Everton fans and football fans in general are, choosing to look at this from, which is, yeah, Sean Dyche probably does keep you up this season, but then what? Next season they probably flounder around in the bottom half of the table. They probably do that for the next 2 or 3 years until eventually the fans get uninspired by the football, they get bored. And overall, look, the thing is about football fans, Sean Dyche, he will get results there. He will get results there with Everton. He will do the business in terms of results. But fans want to be entertained more than anything. And I think that if Sean Dyche, especially with the fact that Everton fans under Sean Dyche probably will get to a stage eventually where they do feel secure in the Premier League, in their Premier League status, I think it could very much get to a stage in the next 2 or 3 years, or even sooner, to be fair, where, the Everton fans do get bored of it. And that's why I wonder how long the Everton fans will stick with Sean Dyche's brand of football, and eventually they might want someone like Bielsa, who they were linked with as well, in 2 or 3 years to spice it up a bit and give them something to be entertained by, to be fair. However, in terms of, moulding both of those aspects together, in terms of the glass being half full and glass being half empty, I am intrigued to see if Sean Dyche, tweaks his system a little bit, given the fact that obviously, as I said, he's had a much better squad with Everton than he, has had at Burnley in the past. I'm interested to see if he does, tweak his system with Everton and go a bit more dynamic and go a bit more fluid in attack, maybe. But yeah, in terms of what, Everton fans can expect from Sean Dyche, it's going to be, 4-4-2 realistically, unless Sean Dyche has had a complete, change of mind over the course of, in between getting sacked by Burnley and being appointed Everton manager. It's going to be 4-4-2, let's be honest. It's going to be long ball, but it's also going to be heavily pressing football. I think that that's one thing that Sean Dyche's Burnley teams never got the credit for, was the fact that they were one of always the top teams in the Premier League in terms of their pressing stats. And look, it is route one football, it is long ball football, but at the same time, there is a philosophy behind it. It's not like Sean Dyche is just going in there and going, you know what, lads, just fucking loop it up to Calvert-Lewin, loop it up to Mopé or whoever's up front. There is obviously tactics behind it, and that's what a lot of people struggle to, come to terms with in terms of Sean Dyche, and that's why I think he's a very, very intelligent manager. And as I said, they will press their hearts out, and already, as Sean Dyche has already said in his first Everton interview, he will make the players fight for the badge, and that's one thing I think that Everton fans will absolutely love, because the Everton fans are so so passionate, and that's all they really want, to be fair. At this moment in time, especially, no more so than ever, they want the Everton players to be fighting for the badge, to be given everything for the cause, to be fighting for the club, and I think the Everton fans will really, really like that, and I think it will definitely translate towards the fans. And yeah, in terms of how I think that Sean Dyche will set up this Everton team, like I said, it will be a 4-4-2 formation more than likely, especially going into this game against Arsenal on Saturday afternoon. And yeah, this is the team, as you can see on screen, I think they will go for. So obviously Jordan Pickford in goal. I think he'll really suit Sean Dyche's football in terms of the fact that his distribution, in terms of the length he can kick a ball, is absolutely outstanding, Jordan Pickford, so I think that will massively help his football. Full-backs then, I think right back you'll have Seamus Coleman, especially for the start. I mean, Nathan Patterson no doubt is the better right back in modern day football, but I think Seamus Coleman's leadership and in terms of his work ethic, I think Sean Dyche will really like that. Left back, I think he'll probably go with Mikalenko for the start. I mean, he could go with Ben Godfrey at left back, but I think he'll stick with Mikalenko for the time being. James Tarkowski, obviously massively used to this Burnley way of playing. The other centre back is interesting, but I've gone with Connor Cody simply because, once again, for his leadership qualities and his distribution of the ball, which I think could be really important in this Sean Dyche way of playing. But I can see Yerry Mina playing as well because he's a physical presence. The midfield pivot, in midfield then, we've got Amadou Onana, who no doubt will start and will be a quality player for him. I think he's Everton's best player in terms of position for position. I think Onana's a quality player and will be obviously very important in this Dyche way of playing. I think Idrissa Gueye will probably play next to him because obviously he's got legs. He'll be able to get around the pitch and of course is a very good ball winner as well. On the right, you'll probably have Alex Iwobi playing in that sort of good Munson role that he played at Burnley, where he'll kind of have a little bit of freedom and he'll be able to be the one to cut in on his left foot and whip balls into the box for Calvert-Lewin. Then on the left, I think it's very much a 50-50 in terms of, Demarai Gray, who has been quite a decent player for Everton over the years, but I think he will go with Dwight McNeil at the start, especially because obviously Dwight McNeil is, so used to playing this Sean Dyche way of playing, and him and Tarkowski won't really need to embed too much into this style of play because obviously they'll be so used to it, it'll be second nature to them essentially. Then up front, I think he's going to go with a partnership of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, obviously suits Dyche ball down to the ground, really absolutely brilliant in the air, will press and will run his socks off. And then next to him, I think he'll go with Neil Maupay because I think Neil Maupay has a lot of attributes which are very similar to Ashley Barnes, and I think, to be honest, Maupay is probably a better version of Ashley Barnes, which I think Sean Dyche will absolutely love. And yeah, I think those 11 players will suit the way Sean Dyche wants this Everton team to set up absolutely down to the ground, and this is what I mean about I'm interested to see how he does with this Everton team because, as I said, the personnel is just absolute light years above what Sean Dyche had at Burnley. And yeah, Everton fans, let me know down in the comment section below, are you excited about Sean Dyche being appointed as your new manager, or are you kind of on the glass half empty side where you're kind of like, yeah, we get an instant buzz, we get an instant reaction, we probably survive, but then what? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm really intrigued to see how you guys feel more than anyone. And yeah, drop a like on the video if you did enjoy, that would be massively appreciated. And also if you could subscribe to the channel as well, that would also be massively appreciated because we are looking to hit 1,800 subscribers as soon as we possibly can on this channel, so every subscription goes a long way to helping us get there sooner. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.